Hello and welcome to another LCHR show, the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights. My name is Francisca and I am the Community Outreach Coordinator for the Lincoln Commission on Human Rights. Thank you for being with us here today on another edition. And we have an exciting program for you today. So I want to welcome John from the Malone Center. And this is an exciting time because there's so many things happening in our community. And because there's so many things happening in the community, we felt that this was a perfect time for the Malone Center Executive Director and CEO of the Malone Center to join us. So welcome. How are you today?
I am fine. How about yourself?
Oh, doing well. Thank you very much.
Great.
Yeah. So please tell us a little bit about your role and what you do for the Malone Center.
Executive Director / CEO, which was just given to me.
Nice.
Well, we run the Malone Center and the programs that's there. I have a wonderful staff. Our vision is to create unity and prosperity throughout Lincoln while honoring our African American heritage, and the mission is to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. And so we do that with the holistic programs that we offer to the community and to our children. So that's basically it. We're trying to impact the community as much as possible, impact families, impact this city, impact this state, to move forward in the best ways possible.
That sounds awesome. Like, I couldn't remember our mission statement. I probably should, so you did really well. Thank you for that. So the Malone Center is going through a lot of changes, and it's an exciting time for you right now. Tell us briefly a little bit about the history of the Malone Center up until now. I
like how you said briefly. Yes, so Malone Center has been around since 1955. It started off as the Urban League, transitioned into the Malone 1955. So we were almost 70 years old. I'm not saying we, like I'm part of that. I'm only 48. I may look like I'm 70. But we are moving in great strides and a great direction for this community in the future. Right now, I know back then the Malone Center was organized as the staple in the community, known as T-Town, on 2032 U Street, way before I got here. And it was built upon the need of the community, a great resource for the community. They had great programs coming out of the community. They did street dancing, they had Girl Scouts, pageants, they learned how to sew, they learned how to cook. All of those resources was at the Malone Center. And moving fast forward to 2024, we're offering those same things, but we're offering it in a way to where we're striving, staying within the technology, staying within the time. So we're still that staple in the community, although the community around the Malone Center has definitely changed. So there's all types of cultures that's there. It's a more diverse area. And so we serve that community. Here in that side of the community, the north side of the community, the east, the north, the south, we want to expand through the city as well. So Malone, we're still offering these things to the community as regards of preschools, after school programs, maternal wellness programs, teen programs, take pause programs, that's with the police department, health and healing programs where we're encouraging the community to eat differently, to be healthier, to exercise. We're educating on chronic diseases, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity. We've added therapy to the program as well. Again, we want to complete the whole man. We want to offer these different experiences so we can have more successful outcomes.
Wow, sounds wonderful. It sounds a lot. You know, the Malone has always been, as you said, a staple in this community. It's a pillar in this community, and it's one that, as you called it, T-Town at one point in time. What's new with the Malone Center? Because as you stated, you know, you're reaching out into the community, and you don't want it just to be centered in one part of our community, but across the community. But what is one of the biggest challenges that you're facing right now with the Malone Center?
Biggest challenges. I won't say biggest challenge. What I would say is they're all equally challenges to us, right? Yep. we want to do more. Of course, we will want more funding. We don't want that to be a hindrance of what we're trying to do to impact communities and families.
Right.
We're very big on families. We are who we are based on our experiences of life. And we believe that if we can offer different experiences, we can form the habits of thoughts, which forms behaviors and different and more positive outcomes.
Right.
Right. And so we want to be able to bring in the technology. We want to bring in the resources. We want to be able to bring in an unlimited amount of resources to impact communities and impact families.
Right.
And so when we say challenges, that can be not having the funding, or maybe wishing we can have more support, or having a new building, or raising the money for that building, or different challenges. But we up for those challenges, right? We're a community center. We know what it takes to build. We know what it takes to sustain, how to support community, how to build relationships. Relationships matter to us, so we encourage relationships. We want to be in relationships and collaborate with agencies with that same goal, same vision, same mission, to where we can go out and impact more families and more communities. And we can't do it alone. No. So we're looking for people to attach ourselves to, so we can make a greater impact, not just for this city, but the surrounding cities in Omaha as well.
Right. So a holistically approach to everything, which you talked about how you're wanting to expand and some of the programming that you have, which brings me to my next question. I understand you'll be having a new building. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Sounds exciting, but why don't you let our audience know what that looks like?
Listen, I can talk a lot about that, right? So
I know you can.
This is for the community. This is not for me. Right. This is not for our team. This is for the community. Right. When our kids and when our families see this building, it is we want them to see themselves, how they should live, what the things that they want in life, right? We're visual people, so when we see something, we want it. We want to be a part of that. This Malone Center, right now we're in a 14,000 square foot building. Right. This building will be torn down early March of this year, so a few months. So we have to be out of this building by the end of February. And we are going to get a 54,000 square foot building that is going to in-house all of our holistic programming, as well as community events and other things as well for our families. Right. This is huge for us. This building here will take us to the next 100 years, through the 100 next, because we feel that with a building this size, it's just not the building of it, right? It's walking into it. We want this environment, we want the environment, the property, the building to change people's life. Not just walking around it, but when you walk inside of that and come out, we want you to feel different. We want you to see a vision and have a vision for your family. Right. Because all the things, I like to say right now we're in a building with the best food in town. It may be one of the hole in the walls, right? If you ever been to Chicago, one of these different cities, you go, oh, this food is great. It's not the best place, but it's great. Right. This place here, we're saying, look, not only is the building phenomenal, but the food inside of it, which is the information and the knowledge that you're going to receive, is going to be just as pretty and just as valuable as this building. So we are very excited about, yes, we want the community to come in here. We want the community to say, oh, that's their building. No, we want you to say, this is your building, this in your community, and this is the building where we're going to build families and build relationships and replace ignorance with knowledge, to where when you walk out of here, you're impacting not just your family and generations, but community. And that's what we're trying to do.
Right. So tell me a little bit about the timeline for this new building. Timeline
for the building. So again, tear down the end of early March, so that first part of March. They're saying that the building will be up by August of 2025. Ooh. So about 18 to 20 months. Okay. Hopefully weather obeys and do what it needs to do to make sure that we're on that mark. But we're very excited about, and I'm gonna say it again because I know my wife always teased me on saying excited, but you have to be excited to do the work that we're doing in this community. So we're very thrilled for that, and we just can't wait for this building to be put up so we can laugh and smile and cry and say, look what we have as a community. Now let's enjoy it and grow.
Wow, it sounds exciting. So obviously with the new building coming in, it doesn't mean you're closing your doors. Where will some of your programming be?
Sure. Our preschool will be at City Impact. Our after-school programs, teen programs, maternal wellness programs will be at First United Methodist right across the street from Nebraska Wesleyan. Very thrilled and excited about that collaboration. They're so wonderful to work with. We've been working together to make that process happen. Our therapy and some offices will be at Turbine Flats. Sports will be all over the place like they always are. So they, Abbott Complex is not Abbott anymore, but the Sports Complex Center there, different areas, park. They're using some of the LPS's gyms to practice and to play games. So we're going to continue that relationship with LPS, and so we're excited about all those moves.
If anybody wants to reach out to the Malone Center, is the phone number changing, or can they still reach out to the same number?
The phone number would stay the same. I think that phone number is as old as I am, I believe. But that phone number would stay the same, 402-474-1110. Also, if they want to get in contact with us, you can definitely visit our website. That's maloncenter.org or RG. Emails, you can get the emails from the website. I can give you a whole bunch of emails right now, but you will not remember those.
No, it'll go on at the end of the show, we'll have the website for you. So people, if anybody's interested in reaching out to the Malone Center or to anybody on their staff, as John was saying, you'll be able to do that via website. So we'll have that for you at the end. So this is exciting. How do you feel about this? I mean, you show how thrilled you are. But what does this mean to you?
It means a lot. It means when you're walking in your purpose, it means something. I always say that I want to die empty, right? I don't want to die with jobs not being done and my gift not being presented to the world, books not being written, or songs not being sung, or businesses not being started. So I always say that, hey, I want to give everything that I have while I'm still breathing on this earth. I will feel accomplished once all of this is out. We give birth to it. In other words, making sure that we're doing everything possible for our gift to be an example to the world, because the world is waiting on our gift. And I believe that once this is done, that don't mean that I am finished working. That means that it's time to sustain and to move forward in where we're trying to go. So I am excited. Do I get tired? Sure, everyone gets tired. But what keeps me motivated is the end result of what I know that can come from all the great work that not just myself, but my wonderful team is providing for not just their families, but also for the community.
That sounds great. If anybody out there in the community says, well, you know what, I need to figure out how to help the Malone Center, through your website, is there a donation blurb on there?
There is a donation tab. At the top, I think it's at the top right, you will see donate. Just click on that, and there's some different options to where you'll be able to click on. There's wonderful information on there for them to be able to look to see what program they would like to donate to. There's also a tab also to our capital campaign.
That sounds wonderful. What would you say to the individuals who might feel, well, is it really going to come to fruition? Any of your doubters, what would you say to those doubters about making sure this building goes up? Doubters.
Well, what I would say to them, and
they're out there,
and some of them can be very close to me. All I can say is just keep watching. Right? I'm not in this thing to try to convince doubters. Right? What I'm doing, and what my mission is, to complete the purpose of my life. And you're going to always have doubters. I mean, my family, some of the people that's closer to me, family members, they doubt. Right? But I have to remember what I saw what vision that I have for where we're trying to go. And if I stay within that vision and stay within our mission, doubters are always going to be. I mean, even in games, they say, well, I don't know if we're going to win, but if we continue to do what we planned and practiced, we will be okay. And I think that I just say grab your popcorn and watch us grow. And I encourage the doubters to get involved. If they're doubting, they don't know if this is going to work, okay, get involved. Let's sit down around the table and say, how can you help me? How can we help each other, right? It's about relationship. But I encourage the doubters. I encourage the ones who encourage this. I encourage those that are 100% behind. I welcome all of those people, right? Because we're serving them. Absolutely. We're here to serve them and to serve this community. So I encourage it.
I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of the Malone Center and what you and your team are doing. The progress and the programs that you're going to continue to offer. Congratulations.
Thank
I
you.
mean, because I think without your effort and leadership, some of this might have not come through. And
Appreciate
so for the community that is watching this programming right now, if you're one of those doubters or even one of those believers, you know, definitely coming together and helping instead of doubting or not doing anything about it, being proactive, right? So, yes. John, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
For being here, for giving us an insight as to what the Malone Center is going through and what you'll have in the future. We truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you will have the information at the end of the programming, the website. And with that, thank you for watching. And remember, we all have rights.